Good evening. My name is Jamie McCormick, and I'm a very serious singer-songwriter, and I write very serious songs about soul-searching topics. And so on this, the most romantic night of the year, it seems like an obvious choice for me to do a romantic ballad full of love and passion. But instead, I've decided to take a tongue-in-cheek satirical sideswipe at homophobia, transphobia, and kink shaming, whilst I pound away in my organ. So this is a song about fucking with a strap-on, and it's called the Pegging Song. You're not a girl, and I'm not a boy, yet we should still do have some fun pretending. And I get a kick out of thinking that we're sick, and of all the stupid bigots we're offending. You're not my niece, and I'm not your aunt. You're 6'3" and clearly the wrong gender. But I get a kick out of thinking that we're sick, and of all the stupid twats who'd call you Bender. You're not a queer, and I'm not a gay, yet Margaret is always what you're begging. And I get a kick out of thinking that we're sick, and of all the homophobes confused by pegging. This is whistling. I know it's sad, isn't it? Voice of an angel that can't whistle worth a damn. You're not a nun, and I'm not a Jew. I'm centre-left Republican and atheist. But I get a kick out of thinking that we're sick, and of all the Bible bashers and the religious fundamentalists, the conservatives and the subway class who get upset because I like ass, ignorant and obligated peeps who don't explore between the sheets, because I'm not breaking any law. If I cage a cock and I fuck you all, because we're not hurting anyone, we're only having some fucking fun.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. The amazing Jamie. Thank you very much. I'm hoping that we will see you back later. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you see me? Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Jamie.
I didn't realize we were going to interact.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to our St. Valentine's Mascara for all you lonely and heartbroken, or perhaps maybe you're going to have a wonderful night. This is for you. A slip of light spills from the door, shadows dance an invitation. Come closer, steal a look. The promise of adventure lies within. Beyond the half-cracked opening, a hazy room is bathed in soft focus of fairy lights, straining to be seen through elaborate scarves draped in swathes. Smoke curls kiss the air from a cigarette that sits nestled in ink-stained fingertips. Music whispers in low, sleazy tones that permeate the thick emptiness in the pit of your stomach, a primal calling that breathes voyeur in your ear. Bodies so close together, they morph into strange creatures that move in and out of each other, limbs tangled in smooth, choreographed heartbeats. Weeping words cascade from poetry's lips, dark, bitter chocolate tinged with spice, wrapped in notes of vanilla and honey. She repeats over and over, seeking out all of love's guises. In the periphery, just out of vision's reach, you feel the heaving convulsions of a body contorted, rhythmic and hypnotic, building. The room moves in unison. Halts. Scream. Mascara rivers flow from performance art's soul, asking, begging, hear me, see me, love me, hold me. A chorus speaks. We have dates for everyone. Won't you come play? Next up, we have a wonderful poet for you. His name is Xavier. I pass you over. Welcome to the room.
Hello, everybody. This is Xavier, and I'm going to read a poem called The Secret of Love. And this poem caused me to lose as many girlfriends and boyfriends, etc., after having a rather intense night or day of sex. And the reason was that after that happened, the romantic Xavier just lied down and started thinking about the secret of love. So that was considered a bit autistic and weird. And 2 days after, I was left alone again. So my last partner asked me that, why don't you write what you are thinking about when you end up that heavy duty sex? And I did that, and I never had to think about it again. And this is the poem, The Secret of Love, in Catalan, and then we'll do it in English. So it says, l'amor minva amb el desig, l'amor creix amb la buidor, l'amor genera eroticisme. Quin és el secret de l'amor? L'amor, l'erotisme genera el sexe, regenera les hormones, regenera l'ego, però regenera l'amor? Què és l'amor? Cossos nus revolcant-se entre l'amor, llàgrimes i sang, cossos nus embrutant la bellesa d'un amor net i intel·lectual? Sexe sobre sexe, hormonautes que han consumit el pecat mortal d'apuntar dos cossos temporalment, cansats de friccions, cansats de penetrar-se, tasten el gust de la insatisfacció. La buidor que hallava l'enamorament inicial ha descobert l'amor. Espellussa l'erotisme per oblidar la trampera sexual, per rendir-se a la perfecta unió. Així, quin és el secret de l'amor? Un petó llarg i dolç? Un petó gelat? Un petó agredolç? Un petó angoniat? What is the secret of love? That's it. That is in English. I know in Catalan, sorry, I get confused by the 4 languages I use in the, So who is going to read it in English? I mean, maybe Christine Hall, that she seems totally shocked. She'll be perfect for reading it in English.
Thank you so much, Xavier. The next up, we have the wonderful, wonderful Finn Hall. Finn, it's over to you.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, I have 4 pieces, all about love. And the 4 pieces collectively are called Love. And the first piece is called L-O-V-E. Lovely oval vulva envelops, lasting organ-veined extension, licked once vain enjoyment, libido of a luminous explosion, loud oration, violent expulsion, lingering orgasmic, veritably exquisite, lying open, vanquished ecstasy, leaving only voluptuous embraces, like our vanished engines, languid one velvet evening. Oh, she said, as she raised her head from the comfort of a bed she shared with her boyfriend. Oh, not talking, let my fingers do the walking. Oh, oh, heaven, I spy with my little eye something beginning with O. V. Vera lies on her side, worn out, feeling used and unwanted on the bed sheets. Forlorn, memories torn, another hour of pleasure. But not hers, never hers, always his. No thoughts were brought to the bedroom. There never was. Vera lies crumpled and deflated, but only for a moment. He returned with the usual uncaring look on his face. He picks her up roughly and puts her back in a box with a pump on top until the next time she needs blowing up again for his pleasure. Never hers. E. Essence. So that was sex, she said, sighing as she scooped her soft, silky, shiny underwear up from the snug sable shag pile carpet. With the city scene of serene servals on the wall beside the semi-sleeping senior, she whispered this silently to herself, so he, exhausted, still lying supine on the beds, hands behind his head, relaxing, couldn't ascertain her words and perhaps bruise his fragile ego, if that's what he suffered from. He doesn't think he's God's gift to the fairer sex, but she is still unsure where he stands on certain subjects. But it is disingenuous to diss the sex as the sweet soaking stain on the sheets testify. So still she ponders surreptitiously and secretly as he sweetly slumbers. Should she tell him that she is not the man she used to be? Thank you.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, Finn. Our next feature for you. Dane Ince traveled from his place of birth in Texas to Berkeley, California to study art. He resides, sheltering in place in San Francisco. William S. Burroughs and South American writer Jorge Luis Borges are some of his favorite writers. He is on the beat data spectrum between Marcel Duchamp and Andrew Goldsworthy. Please be warm and welcoming for Dane Ince.
Thank you. Lick, she said. How she got up on my shoulders, I don't know, but she did. Pulled up her cotton summer dress, well off, no panties on my shoulders, her hairy pussy right in my face. She says, lick it. Hesitation, moment for a moment, the next thing, grabbing hands full of hair, yanking, jerking me hard, my head back, staring, big emerald eyes into my soul, burning my cornea, blind. You slow? I said, lick. I said, lick, don't stop until you know, till it's time to stop. Baby, you'll know when. Release my head, face buried deeply, thick, unmown lawn, jungle, lust, wild. I'm flush, I'm hard, wafts. Lavender, French milled soap, smells, wet, woman, wet, sweet, smells. Searched around, tongue hunting through jungle, lush undergrowth. My tongue is shy in case there are tigers lurking, prowling nearby, preying upon innocent, unwary tongues, swirling around, looking for silkworm, looking for hard, slick worm. She yanked my head back again, pulled her lips wide apart, Winston Churchill victory sign exposing a throbbing, beating, red, hot heartbeat in front of my face, glistening wet. I see pulse beating in her head, in the head of her clit. Lick it now, don't stop until you know. Release my head again. Face now wet with slippery, wet mango juice. I was surprised by the size of her beautiful, hot hands. She left murder suspect prints all over my crime scene face, traces of her wetness in my hair, stick, evidence of DNA in case I don't get out alive. Flooding the juicy ride, grabbing, clawing, riding this human dick. She slammed her She slammed into my face, riding hard, bucking and fucking my tongue so hard I wonder if damage was done. The sound of "ow!" exclaimed like a sigh, stopping him mid-glide, yanking, seeing her handiwork wrought on my red face like chocolate and bourbon melting. She swallows the words. "Oh, poor baby hurt." She pulled my hair, hurting. I nod weakly affirmative, with her grasping and holding my head just where she wants it. All I can do is lick the blood running down, salty down the split in my lip. She says, "So yes, it hurts." She's saying, good, like each good is a different rhyming word. Good. She directs me back to the slide, back to the work, licking long, wide, licking everywhere a slick chevron should be licked, hands full of hair on my head, my mane. She guides me galloping, I lick up and down, searching, memorizing the feeling, moving up and down, hardening harder, squeezing, releasing, squeezing, gliding, the hard, dark, growing harder. Keep licking it, the swivel of hips. I feel her hard bones under soft skin, hips thrusting and thrusting and thrusting and thrusting down on my tongue caught between her clit in a hard place, my lip and front teeth slowly I crumble down to the ground. She does not lose her place, she does not lose her rhythm, not a single missing stroking beat. Clit on my tongue, flicking on my tongue, clit on my tongue, clit on my tongue. Her clit glitter on my tongue. Don't stop. Keep licking, keep licking, keep licking, keep licking, keep licking, keep licking. She's fucking my face. The gallop to win, to finish just like she likes. To finish, the squeeze, the release, and the final relax, to collapse just the way she wants it.
Oh my. Oh my, Dane, what gorgeousness. If that didn't get you all hot and wanty, then I don't know what will. Next, poet, artist, host. Oh, too many strings to this woman's bow. Can you please be wonderfully welcoming for the wonderful Christine Hall?
Thank you so much, Ms. Noir. Oh, happy Valentine's Day. I have a story for you. A supernatural sex story called The Lascivious God, aka Mr. Godcock. I sat there all night and I waited for his visit. He hadn't come to me, and I hadn't missed him. I was beginning to feel unrest, though, where usually I felt firmly grounded, and I determined I was sensing his approach. I thought of high school and the Ouija board as my fingertips hovered over it in the darkness of my bedroom corner. I didn't understand that people actually touched the game. It hadn't occurred to me that an actual physical interaction ever need be a part of it. The wooden triangle glided deliberately, its window spotlighting in rapid, sure succession. N, I, C, E, A, S, S. I smiled wistfully at the compliment, thinking after a tangible confirmation. I could feel the weight of the atmosphere. I could feel his weight shift behind me. Suddenly, the first thrust threw me forward, and a penis of frightening girth nuzzled my pussy. The Virgin Mary may have been unaccustomed to a man's touch, but she was God's concubine. I pressed my hips further into the smooth scarlet sheets as my blush spread a madder shade of crimson. He hoisted my waist and entered me at once, but quickly withdrew. The heat generated from that initial push and pull The spark of friction sustained my gasp like a gentle blow that fans the flames instead of seeking to destroy them. I knew my time was approaching, and I would let him have me his way this time. I could trust him to be merciless in pursuing my satisfaction. I knew it was essential to his own climax. This was not an occasion for rude outbursts. The intrusion was welcome, as always, and intensified by the duration of my nameless, lustful objectification. I wanted oneness. I wanted to be whole again, and I could never fill myself to the point of brimming. For that experience, teetering on the convex rim of explosion, I needed him to insert his contribution. This is what it is like when the gods are gracious, when my prayers are answered immediate as their delivery, when desperation holds me fast and draws a sigh of abandoned resolve straight up from the pits of my belly. He wasn't there for me to touch him. I had already done that, and that was the cause of his visit. So I assisted myself instead, wherever my body beckoned fleshly interaction. My spine curved backwards with insistence that he plunge again. I grasped my breasts frantically and felt his furious pressure as the great cock pierced my hole. Ruthless came to mind, then left with all words, quickly, in my moment of abandon. That was it. He was mine. His focus was mine, and I was all his. Creation feeding creationism rather than the other way around. This was direct feedback. This was confronting the demons of my own design and resubjecting them to his new whim. What is a whim a billion years in the making? Big Bang, that's what. He thrust violently, and I rolled in waves on the mattress, matching his pace as it steadily grew more insistent, more deliberate, as if detaching himself from the compulsiveness allowed him to regain the precious control. I pulled my own hair aside, ripping my face wide open with desire and pleading he not take it easy on me. Then I caught myself and remembered this was his show. And any way I acted, I could honestly believe that it was still his choice whether to take me completely or let me go unaccompanied down the path of least resistance. At least, I was not resisting. I was giving myself over to serving a purpose greater than my own in hopes that through my will to merge with divine, I could snatch a reckless glimpse of what my future holds. It was like my past in mirrored inversion. I could feel him scratch my surface, shattering the tension in my hips as my movements became his again, absolutely void of personal glory and intent on abating the suffering of the ages. There is no backlash greater than that caused by suppression of instinct, and I had repressed my intuition for too long. I had defined my need as for absolution from all wrongdoing. It was time, I realized again, with all the impact of revelation. He pounded my frustration, he pummeled my greed, and my rage evaporated in steam under his omnipotent grip. Ecstasy doesn't even begin to cover it. Comfort does. The comfort that you've gone so far as to not turn back. You've gone so far as to finish this thing. His endless fount of sperm nurtures my baby, the same one that has been dwelling inside me since birth, or before my body took form even. It was his soothing reassurance that squelched my protest to incarnate, that reaffirmed the necessity of division as a route back to the infinity of our blessed union. He patiently lied in wait for my breath to switch to natural rhythm, for me to cease struggle and comply with his instruction. He impregnated the earth's fiery womb with his oceanic seed. With one shot, he blessed straight through to the earth's core and rocked the hellish revelers back to attention, back to respect for their studious task at hand. Evil emulating good can never function at more than half strength, and it takes so much practice just to be able to pass yourself off as a viable person. Even on his day of rest, God is never lazy. Even in my involuntary reflex, My impulse for restraint is only based on his perceived reaction. Am I responsive enough for you, God? God, I hope so.
Ooh, wow. I am all a fluster. Thank you so much. Wow. Well, up and to the left is where we're going next for the wonderful Jo Collins. Jo is a Nashville poet who moonlights as a government lawyer. She can be seen on Saturday nights moderating the Zoom for Poetry in the Brew. Jo will turn any room into a stage, including the bedroom. Over to you, Jo.
This is not a vagina monologue. This is a conversation with my cat. Yes, I'm an animal, but I'm not that kind of animal. I wear suits and take the trash out. I can control my urges, like the overwhelming urge I have to lick the sweat from your face, the urge I have to pick crumbs from your beard like some kind of wild cat. I can control this. I'm sure my cravings are nothing more than dehydration or lack of sleep, an electrolyte imbalance. Sure, you're a salty snack, but I can ignore the grumbling sounds. Am I even hungry, or is it just feeding time? Hi, excuse me. Hi, hello. Hi, it's me, your cat. I'm gonna need you to throw me some scraps pretty soon because I'm about to get hangry. I've got the taste for blood. Well, not blood exactly. Much like you, I'm a vegetarian. But you woke me from my hibernation, fiddling around with the dormant side, and expect me to be tame? Well, I'm not ready right this minute. I have to check my imperfections first. The hair that sprouts from the mole on my cheek, no matter how often I pluck it, the ingrown toenail that's too sore to paint over. I have to fix my face first. I have to, wax and shave and tweeze because, yes, I'm an animal, but I'm not that kind of animal. I'm civilized. I'm groomed. Yeah, it's 20 degrees out and you're gonna try to take away my winter coat? Let me be a warm place to land. Besides, if you pluck and polish the animal's scent away, how will the dogs know that I'm ripe and ready? You act like you're so posh and civilized, but you take your favorite sex toy with you everywhere you go. That's my hand. And I see what you do with it. You say you're not that type of animal, but that's exactly what you are. The type of pussy that claws at the back door and yelps for attention and doesn't stop eating at the point of satiation. Keep going until the beast is fed. The beast is you. That's all.
Oh my. Oh my. Thank you so much. Oh, mwah. Much love to you, my darling. Okay. Whew. After that. And now, Canada's least respected spoken word artist. More romantic than Kurt Vonnegut. Funnier than Schindler's List. More literary than Carrot Top. It's Jeff Cottrill.
Here's a piece from my CD. This is called Dreamboat. Oh, Jeff. Oh. Every time you speak in that high, whiny little voice, it turns me on. Every time you forget to say thank you for my small, thoughtful gestures, it makes me feel hot. Every time you chew your food with your mouth open, it drives me crazy with raging, throbbing lust. Oh, Jeff. Every time you say rude, insensitive, inappropriate comments and then wonder why I'm not laughing, it gets me wet. Oh, Jeff, There's so much that I treasure about you. I love knowing that you're 47 years old and still have never made more than $47,000 a year. I love the way you refuse to suck in your gut in public. I revere your junk food addiction. I love that you can't take in more than 2 drinks without turning into a grumpy, sullen bore. I adore the gross, putrid way the skin on your hands cracks in winter. I worship your perpetual acne problem. I venerate your domestic laziness. I cherish the childlike tantrums you throw when your computer freezes at work or when you miss the bus by seconds. I relish that creepy way you avoid eye contact during casual conversations and that creepier way you force eye contact during serious ones. I dote on the way you complain constantly about everything wrong with your life while blaming everybody except yourself. I love knowing that you will never be a hero. I embrace the way you recite long, poorly edited prose monologues at public readings, or in this case, Zoom, and have the gall to expect us to call it poetry. Please try to sell me your merch, Jeff. Keep shoving your CDs and chapbooks in front of me. Beg me to come to your shows. Assault me with relentless, spastic neediness. No matter what I say, keep hard selling me like Shelley Levine on Speed. You have no idea how that hits my G-spot. I can't wait any longer, Jeff. Climb under these sheets with me and seduce me with meaningless pop culture quotations. I want to hear some Simpsons dialogue, Jeff. The more obnoxious, the better. I want you to recite some of Monty Python's worst sketches loudly in a gruesomely bad Cockney accent. I want to see that quizzical look you give whenever someone brings up any musical act post-1996. I want to watch you turn up your nose pompously and feign ignorance every time someone mentions sports. I want you to hold my body in those thin, veiny, underworked arms and rattle off pointless trivia that bears no relevance to anything in my life. Trivia about old French movies, Warner Brothers cartoons, Charles Dickens serials, Vonnegut novels, Beatles lyrics, Who albums, long-forgotten cola commercials from your childhood, Academy Award statistics, and, of course, the JFK assassination. What more could a worldly and discriminating woman want in a life partner? Why would I possibly want a man with a six-pack? Why would I settle for soul deconstructing sex with someone who works out? What would I want with a lawyer or an athlete or anyone who can play the guitar? What would I do with a man who listens to me, comforts me, believes in me, and makes me feel good? What use do I have for confidence, self-sacrifice, empathy, and a deep understanding of the female point of view? Why would I want a man with a level of emotional maturity higher than a 6-year-old's, or with social skills ranking above those of a mentally challenged monkey? Why, Jeff? Why would I wish for any of these things when I have you? Buy the CD.
You heard the man buy the CD. Oh my, I do love it whenever you perform. Oh, thank you so much, Jeff. Okay, so who are Bessie Smith and Lucille Bogan? If you didn't know, you soon will and will never forget. Reuniting for this show are Keep Sweet, a dirty blues combo that existed in an altogether different headspace from now in San Francisco. Guitarist Ted Savares joins Erin Gannon in sharing these most amazing blues women's voices. I thank you.
All right, so due to outrageous technical problems that I'm going to blame on Mercury retrograde in Aquarius, we have 2 songs. So I'm going to give you the Lucille Bogan first because she's the coolest. Bessie Smith is the badass blues lady who everybody knows. Lucille Bogan is the badder-assed blues lady that nobody knows at all. And she wrote a song called Shave 'Em Dry that the Stones ripped off a line from. See if you can find it in this version that Ted and I do. Also, I apologize for some of the sliding in and out of beat of me and Ted here, but apparently that's what happens when you film things on your phone. I don't know. Learning something new every day with us. I got nipples on my titties, big as the end of your thumb. I got some between my legs. I make a dead man come home. Daddy, won't you shake me dry? I want you to grind me, daddy. Grind me until I cry. Said I fucked all night and all the night before, baby. And I feel just like I wanna fuck some more. Break all down. Daddy, won't you shoot me dry? And when you hear me holler, baby, won't you shake me dry? I'm gonna turn back my mattress. I'm gonna oil my springs. I'm gonna grind you, daddy, till the bell do ring. Ooh, daddy, won't you shake me dry? Oh, great God, dad, you can't shake me, won't you try? Now if fucking was the thing that would take me to heaven, I'd be fucking in the studio till the clock strikes 11. Ah, shit, dog. Daddy, won't you shake me dry? Ah, fuck you, baby. I'm gonna fuck you till you cry. That's a promise, darling. Hang down like a damn bell sapper. Your dick stands up like a steeple. Your goddamn asshole stands open like a church door. And the crowds that walk in like peoples. Ah, shit. Daddy, won't you shake me dry? Oh, when you hear me holler, baby, don't you know you shake me dry? Now my bag is made of whalebone, and my cock is made of brass, and my fucking is made for working men's $2. Great God, won't you kiss my ass? Ooh, Daddy, won't you shake me dry? Ah, great God, Daddy, that'll shake me dry. Amen. Oh, Lord. So that was our janky ass version of Shave 'Em Dry, which is kind of a funny song anyways. And then the next song that we put together for you is actually a little love ditty. Originally Bob Dylan, called I'll Be Your Baby Tonight. Close your eyes and close the door. I'm stupid. You don't have to worry anymore. I'll be your baby tonight. Now shut the light and shut the shades. You don't have to be afraid. I'll be your baby tonight. Well, that mockingbird is gonna sing a line. We're gonna forget it, and then big fat moon is gonna shine like a spoon. your shoes off and do not fear. Bring that bottle over here. I'll be up, maybe tonight. Well, that mockingbird, he's gonna sing away. We're gonna forget it, and that big fat moon is gonna shine like a spoon. But we're gonna let it, you won't regret it. Kick your shoes off and do not fear. Bring that bottle over here. I'll be your baby tonight. And that was Keep Sweet, reunited after 10 years or something. Sort of reunited. Playing for each other on random slabs of video. Thanks, guys. One love song, one song about fucking.
Oh, thank you so much, Aaron. And Keep Sweet. I want to eat your heart out. So I will. In the meantime, I'm going to pass you over to our next poet, Tish Camp. Poetry, theater, uncensored, and for tonight, love in all its forms, close up and sensual, via the poet mouth.
I am able to bring you to the place, palace of passion and barbarians. In the throes of cutting swords, I am limbless at your tongue. Suck heat from my neck as you trace firm circles down to the blades of my wings. Angels will borrow time to chorus the want, the salt on salt, the wet and honey sweet. Red plums are juiced over legs to the chaste chalice, and there you will gladly offer death in your exaltations to receive. I collect you in my mouth and breathe life into the body of you. The hollows in your take me mind. Labia labyrinths, phallus caves bring seas of ecstasy to swim within. Ebb and flow from cock to mouth, cunt, cove, clit, wet race, tongue to face, then deep into your tunnel mouth. Hold you there between legs, each entrance to your wonderment. Release you hand and tasting tongue. Should I say exactly what I think, feel, when you ask me if I loved you? The day I cut the dildo in two, castrated the man in you, we made up again. I touched your breast, loved this woman sleeping between my legs, brought to rest at my chest. I can't speak when I come in her mouth of dreams. My lady dick, her lady bostick, we are stuck. Should I say that all the pussy you grabbed on dance floor behind toilet doors, but said that it was I who you adored? That kind of left me sore. Sore? It cut through like a knife through butter. I melt minutes later as you kiss my neck, thinking, really, should I say? She can be anything you want in the dark of night. Girlfriend, hot chick, bunny girl, flirty feast, eat her. Mistress of fellatio, holy loving touch me wife. She's a chameleon in a camisole, flicking her pull you in tongue, battling your snake. Hips and eyes, fuck me. Mesmerize her with your muscle horse power, sculpt fantasies in all things fire. Stallion steed, gallop down. She'll ride you bareback, finger feel sweaty places. She stops then, swallows on bottle of Jack. Pillow creep into her Medusa stare. Perseus stoned on, reveling in her fuck you back hair. Damn near throw her out. Feel sorry, feel sick, miss her cry. Take her back, want her, need her dick. Love her doing her thing. She, anything she wants, anything. Thank you.
Oh, wow. My word. Thank you so much, Tish. And next, for your utter delight, we have the most essential voice from the wonderful Catrice Greer. Please, the stage is yours. Catrice, are you there? I feel like it's a seance. Catrice, are you there?
Hi, Mel.
Hello. Welcome. The stage is yours, my love.
Thank you. To my beloved, we had to wait so long. The garden is flush and fecund. Here we are, fresh, vibrant and new. The plate is set, wine chilled. Feast abundant. Come to me without hesitation. I am only thinking of you. Let us meet in the lush, private spaces. Let's talk of love. Don't arouse love before it so desires. Yes, let's talk of love. Let's talk of journeys to love. Let's talk about how you took the time to love yourself in all of the desolate, unclaimed spaces before you came to find me. Let's talk about the holes you dug to find the pieces of you, bones that were buried, and you looked at them in the light of day and gave them new life in the sun. Embrace them and thank them for showing you your shadow self. Then you showed me its face and let it rest without hiding behind leaves or odoriferous stench, covered in fragrance and calling it truth. You cleaned yourself. Then covered in myrrh you came to me renewed, flawed but whole, your broken pieces uncovered, ready to plant new seeds. I did the same. Do not waken love before it arises, or before it so desires. Each time we talked, I opened my petals, showed you all of my hurts and imperfections, and you licked me there, caressed me, smiled, and saw through gossamer curtains, saw me as I am and said it was perfect as it is. You saw the stench of the decaying parts and named it with tenderness. You left me as whole and that I felt safe in my skin as I do alone tending my gardens. You licked my healed over wounds. You bring me a coppered, burnished version of you that walked through fire. You are my warrior. I bring you a phoenix and nymph in the garden. She is unhidden, fresh from the streams. With open palms, I receive you. A communion of hosts, we are joined, witnessed, under covenant, we are blessed. Do not waken love before it so desires. My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak? But when you open it to speak, are you smart? I know you well, beloved. I am your beloved. You come to me on currents in the dark of the night, the frequencies. You speak in songs and whisper not my name, but you call me by my soul's many names. Only you could have named me. Only you knew my real name. So we did not rouse love before it awakened, or before it so desired. You gathered lilies for me, gathered music for me, these notes, these lilies on your tongue. You love me, you sing my songs. We speak plainly, and I know you so well. You know me so well that I am naked, yet fully clothed. I come to you, you come to me. The garden is flush and fecund. Here we are, fresh, vibrant, new. The plates are set. The wine is chilled, our shared feast abundant. Come to me without hesitation. Where love is. Where love is. Where love is. Come to me.
Oh, wow. Whew. I am on my way. On my way. Anyway, next. Bisexual, bipolar, bilingual, by accident. By his book tonight. It is the wonderful Michael Wilson.
Hello there. Hi, Mel. Okay. Yeah. How it all began. He was stood with him on another street corner a little way back from the road where the tigers pass. On the pavement, people come by with trademark tinderbox eyes. He was settled into his own boredom, listening to Simon tell that same raggedy arse tale with even more bits and bobs stuck loosely on to make him sound more like a bright, shiny metal nail. He wondered how Simon saw himself at night. Did he really see himself in the words he said? He felt anger tighten in his throat, so he looked at her until everything steadied itself. She was stood with him on another street corner a little way back from the road where the tigers pass. On the pavement, people come by with trademark tinderbox eyes. In front of them all, she was watching him when he wasn't looking. Normally, she wouldn't be so bold, but there was a sweetness in her belly and a soft light in her sight. The shallow cut on her skin from the sharp words of her mother had already closed over. And there was this moment where their eyes met, somewhere in the middle of Simon's word, and she awarded herself a simple smile to be unlocked and find so much inside. Space. Watching trails of sweet tea smoke as she lay on his stomach, his thin curtains closed to make some kind of a feeling out of a bored afternoon, talking loosely of the not-so-great adventures of such and so-and-so. Fuck. They were here right now. They realized something about themselves wrapped up lightly in the other's words. He plays with her hair in a half-awake kind of way. She thinks, outside this room, anything is better than all there is. What if there was something else, he thought, other than the park, the street, the bright clutter corner shop? He releases this as a blast of smoke. Here's a third voice, even though there's no one else there. Space. He was stood with him in another street corner a little way back from the road where the tigers pass. On the pavement, people come by with trademark tinderbox eyes. Sick of the taste in his mouth and their words in his ears. Why would he go back there for a pointless piece of paper? It was her delicious mouth. It was her that had troubled his mind. It was her fault for him turning himself into a stranger. But no matter what they said, he was never given to throw a fist. That's why they never really trusted him. And every grazing insult only built up the shorelines with thoughts further. Space. Somewhere between the restless sedation of TV programs, walls so papery, when there's a silence, you can hear next door set. Her mother unfurls a coil of angry words. He's Barrett's boy, and you know what that means. She knows to keep the deep waters of her words as calm as she can, but her mother taps sharp point nails on skin already red raw. She's been getting ideas above her station. You think you're too good for this house. She feels anger come and can't swallow hard or fast enough, so she leaves the argument with a slamming door instead of the usual soft, slow click. His flat is only streets away. She texts ahead, and he tells her he's waiting for her. And pretty soon this world will seem all right. Thank you.
Oh, Michael, thank you so much. Next on our list, we have a poet who is well versed on anything you want to know about going down under. Please be welcoming for the wonderful Skylar J Wynter from Australia. Skylar, the floor is yours.
Thank you. You sit across the bar with your wife. I am having a quiet drink alone before heading home for the night. But as your eyes drift harmlessly by, they catch mine and a slow burn ignites. Molten heat in a slow lava flow streams into my bloodstream, filling places unseen with need and nothing to impede the liquid desire pooling and fueling the fire. As I address you with my eyes, I'm undressing you in my mind, and I'm inclined to think you don't mind as you take your own sweet time running those lust-filled eyes over my feminine lines. Our eyes brazenly flirt, and I picture myself unbuttoning your shirt, stroking my palm across your chest. All anyone here sees is me palming my drink instead, and I scull. Thankful for this interruption to dull. Your mouth pulls back in a long, slow grin, and I wonder, would I like the taste of your skin if I were to run the tip of my tongue up your neck, inhaling your essence in one slow inward breath? What would I find if I allowed my palm to trail down in search of the sin buckled loosely beneath the waistband of your ass-hugging blue jeans? I am filled with yearning for all the things passion brings. All I want is to feel your hands searing pathways on my skin I will long be remembering. Your wife is trying to speak. She pulls your head down so you can hear the words the noise the bar has drowned, and captures your mouth in a lingering kiss. My heart skips, but your eyes tell the story before closing. It is my mouth you wish you were kissing. And when they open and meet mine again, you make it plain that any indication from me would see us engaging in what we would later describe as mind-blowingly sensational fucking. The slow burn catches fire. The back alley and you become my all-consuming desire, but I hold fast, wanting this moment to last, questioning if spontaneous orgasming is a thing, because in this moment, it damn well feels like it could be. But I'm inclined to keep experimenting to prove I can manifest anything if I just focus hard enough on the imagining. Your lips finally break free from the one you should be bringing to ecstasy, and I decide punishing you will be easy. I dip my finger in my scotch and dry and raise it, dripping liquid fire, to my lips, drawing an outline before inserting it so I can taste it. At the back of my throat, where I would taste you. You swallow, and I know your throat is as dry as my finger is wet. And as you fumble for your drink, I sink into the fantasy of tearing off your shirt and making you my dessert. Of you slamming my back hard against that brick wall so we can go hard and fast and primal. I raise my glass to my cheek to soothe the flush of orgasmic complete. Would we be the perfect fit if I could raise my leg high enough to clench my thigh about your hip? Would we be the perfect fit in a universe where I could commit to having sex in an alleyway with a married stranger on Valentine's Day? No, that universe will never exist, so I will desist. You see my eyes disconnect, shrug, and leave with your wife. Soon after, I exit the bar to go home. Head fucked on Valentine's Day, and alone.
Oh, wow. What what a story. Oh my, Skylar, I thank you so much. Whew. Well, when we are all sort of back in our places and a bit more composed, we're going to take you back further into more wonderful performances. Next, performing an extract of a longer show called Juju Le Foyer's Frontal Lobotomy, which is about Tom Waits and an experimental brain surgery. I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy. Poetry, burlesque, and general weirdness. Please be welcoming for Juju Le Foyer.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Juju Le Foyer, and this is an extract of my frontal lobotomy. The procedure won't take long, but it may leave you feeling slightly altered. Later on, we will have a guest appearance from Mr. Tom Waits himself. But first, let us commence with the lecture demonstration segment of the show. The year is 1949, and Portuguese neurologist Xavier Panades has been awarded the Nobel Prize for developing the therapeutic benefits of transorbital lobotomy. Frontal lobotomies are applauded by mainstream medicine as a cost-effective cure for anxiety, depression, and personality disorder. Heralding the miracle treatment was Walter Freeman, physician, neurologist, and for $25 he could make all your nightmares go away. Up until the early 20th century, mental disorder was believed to be possession by devils, and patients were incarcerated in horrific conditions. Electroshock therapy and insulin coma were early forms of treatment for mental illness, but many of these patients relapsed. And this was where psychosurgery became popular. A psychosurgical procedure known as prefrontal or transorbital lobotomy was to pierce the frontal lobes through the roof of the orbit. Here, the skull is thin enough to be perforated, usually without permanent damage to the surrounding structures. Frontal lobotomies were performed without anaesthetic and with an instrument resembling an ice pick called a leucotomy. The leucotomy was driven through the orbital plate. Cuts were made at 5 and 7 centimeters, followed by the deep prefrontal cut. This procedure was then repeated on the opposite side, and the patient was given a pair of dark glasses to disguise the bruising around the eye sockets. They're all lost in the harbour. How can we ever know? They've lost the smell and flavour. They're all found in their trauma, injurious and nostalgic. A soldier's heart is breaking. How will he ever know? The squalor is for the taking, fog necessary, intoxicating, operational no longer. He's neurotic on the subject of war. How will he ever get out? Baby, he's not a baby anymore. The battle fatigue not over. Fright, paralysis, collapse, then tomorrow. His mind dislodged like insecure luggage on an overhead rack. A Christmas tree whose lights, wired in series, must all go out if one bulb is defective. Dear God, life is hell. What is hell? Maybe it's the suffering of being unable to love. A fellow named Freeman, said Ive, a sharp little knife that I drive. You might wish you were dead, so I'll bore holes in your head, and then you won't know you're alive. And so I'm walking with determination, looking like a clown, suitcase on the escalator all around town, hairspray with the spray on shine, makeup on the face. Halloween's the only time I don't look out of place. Itching, step in line, stitching just in time. Really, I can manage this luggage just fine. An eyelash glue burn sticks for a while. Wigged up, taped up, suffocated smile. And the coked up city boys, loud, rude hens, left-wing couples and single shifty men. Exposure stage time competition shows. Pay my rent, then I'll take off my clothes. With prop wine, lollipops, a bottle full of gin. I'm so fun, I'll make a dead man grin. Tassels and the safety pants, tape marks, loser pasty mid-twirl and find it in the dark. Dita and Rita and Twinkie and Pinky and Fifi fresh from Rotherham. Zip stuck, oh fuck, backstage space rate, all this hot burlesque for them. Vintage faux fur stoles, dripping in pearls with pointed toes, fetish and latex and rubber and chains and the tattooed chicks with rockabilly manes. I'm hot and sweaty, melting and stinking, and all I can think of is when to start drinking. It's rumbling in my belly, shaking like jelly. They're getting drunker than Irish wedding guests. There's glitter up my nose, sequins on the floor. Tell you a little something that you didn't know before. Hairspray, cough, cough, lipstick, more. Wonder if all that glitter is making my guts sore. No, I'm not skinny. Yes, I am brave, but enough of this empowerment bullshit, okay? I perform because I want to. I can stop any day. Now tell me something that I didn't know you'd say. It's tassels and the safety pants, tit tape marks, loser pasty mid-twirl and find it in the dark. Find it in the dark. Find it in the dark. It's showbiz and apocalypse, glitter and doom. My fabulous demise all over this room. It's Glamageddon in here. The end is knee high. There's Ziegfeld and zombies, chalk ices and lovies at the end of time. Apocalypse now. Apocalypse. Wow. There's pantomime and pain for the final bow. Annihilation, razzmatazz. Ragnarok and all that jazz. 28 sachets later, the cracks of doom have all cracked save two. All that's left is us, Tom. It's just me and you. Dear Dr. Freeman, your surgeon's hands are steady and sure. I know you've done this many times before. They cut so clean, the knife sweeps through. I can't worry now, thanks to you. An artist's hands are musicians as well. Yours saved my soul from eternal hell. What's in front right now, that matters to me. You'll wipe my mind and set my spirit free. Yours breezily, Juju la Foille. Kiss, kiss. You're a cracked and crooked beauty, Tom. You wear that hat so well. Though you are an old man now, you're still a maverick, I can tell. Some people read the Bible, Tom. Others have tarot cards. For me, there's none more healing than a night in with you and a glass. You gamble with the truth, Tom. Drink up the poison, spit it out. You leave the rind and keep the pips in. Please tell me what that song is about. You're a mystery, a joker, a clown, a darkness I can't explain. If we are innocent when we dream, then why is the moon on the wane? Some call you sentimental, Tom. Others that you have no hits. They say that like it's a bad thing. For me, the music fits. You soak up words like a sponge, Tom. Your metaphors are twisted. You're a crossroads with no directions. If I blink, then I might miss it. You perform like you're channeling spirits or preaching to the masses. Easter is known as Chocolate Jesus Day. You're a shaman, herding asses. I would call you a genius, Tom, but you just brush that away. Songwriting is just like fishing, you'd muse. Don't let the good ones go astray. Tell me some more of your stories, Tom. Make me laugh and see. Tuck me into bed tonight. I hope that you don't fall in love with me.
It's really made my night. It would have been real strange here if nobody would have showed up. I'd like to introduce my group this evening, and it's been a real pleasure and a privilege to work with these gentlemen. I'd like to introduce, please, give a warm round of applause for Michael Melbourne on piano. On saxophone, Pete Chrisley. On bass, Jim Huard. On drums, Bill Goodwin. They all come from good families. Over the years, they just kind of individually developed some ways about them that just aren't right, It's now.
Guys, that was your cue. That music stops and then you join in and I do the next bit. Guys, come on, I promise there are people watching. This is the internet. This is how we do things now. I can't believe you're doing this. Showing me up in front of proper poets. So due to some artistic differences, my band and I will be leaving it here this evening. So it just remains to thank Finn and Miss Noir and Christine and Like a Blot from the Blue and you, I Publish You with the Sheep and all of those things. And thank you so much for watching my Frontal Lobotomy.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. Juju Le Foille. Oh, wow. What an entertainment. Oh, so next we have the wonderful Kelly Van Nelson, a best-selling author of 4 books, #1 best-selling author of 4 books. Based in Sydney, she is a contemporary poet and prominent media figure on social issues, represented by the Newman Agency. Her website is kellyvannelson.com. You can find out more there. Please, I'd say be upstanding. We're not at a wedding, but anyway, be upstanding and give much love to Kelly Van Nelson.
Dear Valentine, all dressed up and nowhere to go. This girl has a date tonight with a poem. We were vampires, prowling just before dusk, unaware of any underlying lust. Just kids from the block baring our fangs to attract a replacement for the back of our hands, seeking the blood of a virgin kiss to cross it off our to-do list. Still forming identities so green and young, I didn't even know how to spell tongue. Yet I remember his name and the softest mess of lips on mine and an experienced caress. Not first crush, first boyfriend, first love, or real McCoy, but first kiss is his, my vampire boy. All a vampire girl wants is to be appreciated. I'll take what I want and give you what you need. Lust or love, we both need to feed and feel appreciated, inebriated, saturated, infatuated. Because if we aren't intense, it makes no sense to push uphill in self-defense mode, trying to make our humble abode work. So either you're all in or I'm all out. Peel off my skin, lay down my doubt, put it to rest when you put me to bed, or the mess that we shared is as good as dead, and I'll go elsewhere instead. Because obsession is my possession. I won't waste my breath on someone who isn't able to take my breath away. Leave me breathless, leave me breathless, leave me breathless, or leave me. I want my name to be hanging on the tip of your tongue that is tied with mine, to feature an endless conversation trickling through lips only I kiss. A permanent picture tattooed inside your eyelids. Mad obsession driving you to distraction. Insanity cannibalizing every corner of your brain. Leave me breathless, leave me breathless, leave me breathless, or leave me. I want to be molten desire tipping you over the edge, fantasy and fact so intertwined you cannot distinguish one from the other. Wild intensity, always one layer deeper than you ever expected. Sex clinging to flushed skin you never want to wash off. The brightest morning after with no questions clouding what we share. Leave me breathless, leave me breathless, leave me breathless, or leave me. I want to be the fresh air filling your soul when entering the room, an uncontrollable craving you gasp for when I'm done. Unconventional inevitability you can never find the rationale to explain. Complex enigma you can tie up, but you can't tie down. Because this is what you are to me. Leave me breathless, leave me breathless, leave me breathless, or leave me. I want to be your Roxanne. The lady you turn to in the night, always burning the red light of desire, fire, and lustful sin without igniting police chagrin. I want to be your Roxanne, always giving more than expected without running the risk of being rejected, knowing you feel beyond indebted, leaving me with way more than money on my bedside table because I was never in this game to abuse a blank checkbook in your name, which goes against this free love that jointly we proclaim. I want to be your Roxanne, putting on my best dress, knowing later you will undress me back to my bare skin, exploring the layers uncovered deep within my body and soul. I want to be your Roxanne who will never be shared with another boy or treat you as a play toy in a reciprocal arrangement of exclusive, elusive love. I want to be your Roxanne, the lady you turn to in the night, always leaving a red light burning, certain you'll be returning, discerning, yearning, always preserving the sting in my tail, so hot it can never be derailed or fail to refill our honey pot, so sticky it forms a natural plot of sweet fulfillment. I want to be your Roxanne, never walking the streets again because the streets have no name and the men have no name. And it's not me too, but me and you too, unveiled, unashamed in the name of love, where instead of standing on the corner, I can turn it to discover a fence of white picket where I want to build a home with you, because even though we are not the same, we are one. I want to be your Roxanne, becoming a best of album instead of a one-hit wonder that stems from the classic song. You want to rewind over and over again until you finish my sentence on every replay, knowing the lyrics to be sung next will never entertain any other prefix or suffix and will always be simply Roxanne.
Oh, thank you so much, Kelly. That was amazing. Oh, wonderful. Oh, and next we have a man who changes his name more than I change my underwear. And I don't wear underwear that often. But anyway, so
Roxanne, you don't have to put out the red light.
I am going to pass you over to
worry tonight. Roxanne. Whoa, Miss Noir. Miss Noir, I am the love doctor. And I've come to answer your every question you have. Your every You're everything. You're every clue about love, how to get down. If you didn't get a car today, you need to get a pen and paper, listen to the Love Doctor. You need to listen right here and ready. Because I am the unequipped, the man formerly known as Gary. Miss Noir, Miss Noir. How you've covered the night tonight with your luscious, temptress looks. Your temptress, your bosom has floundered on the Wi-Fi. But I asked you, do you know how salty you are? Did you know that the tongue is the strongest and most used muscle? Did you know? Did you know? I'm here to make you come. Come closer. Get comfy. I shall begin. I see you, Jamie. I see you, Margaret. I see you, Skylar. Catrice, crush your legs, and I shall begin. My biro, as the Kelly Van Nelson once said, induces pleasure, like being sleepless in Seattle. I am not just your love doctor, your love doctor, because I'm sexy and a poet. I will write things about essence, not arsons, but essence. I write in the language of love, not love, but love. My words are designed to entice, always starting with a K and ending with the Y. K, Y. Come into my boudoir, and I will tell you about the lessons of love I have learned. The lessons of love from my past, my present, and the future. Let me begin. It was a sad state. After my heart attack, I was taken from the hospital and put in a care. And all I can say was my Exeter girlfriend. She was a 6. A 6, you may wonder, is the quality of apple crumble she makes. It's the indentation of a pillow. She took me away from the hospital with a stent inside me. I didn't barely alive. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. I was feeling like Humpty on a day release, sitting on the wall. My love took me into the heart of her bosom's lair, room 2169. Enticed to respite, obliged to a beck and call, undressing me as Humpty, bearing all. She was a delight in cellulite. There as Humpty, I lay there on that premier hotel bed. Can't believe that after the heart attack, I was still alive, free to smell the sea air. Thankful that wasn't Sir Lenny Henry lie there, you know. But on a seat of big hair, you know, that smug, duggly twat looking as if Goldilocks that ate my porridge and annihilated my favourite chair. I rather wish it was Mrs. Dreadlocks on the bed with a can of beer. But after checking, my bits were all in the right place, which is difficult after the night to listen to Skylar and Catrice. One sausage 2 meatballs, the great British menu. There was no time to waste. She came down, not like a wrecking ball, but she came light down on the top of me like a thundercloud from high above. That this is the moment where I will be judged, and the perpetrators will be my jury. To the furnace shall I fly with the doves? I closed my eyes. As she gave me my duties to fulfill. Trembling from the thunder, I feared I hadn't even written my will. Could all the king's horses, king's doctors and nurses put Humpty together again? Well, if it is, this will be my day of redemption. I open my eyes to feel a new reality, drained of the ejaculated juices, touching all parts of my body. I'm alive! As she climbed off to cleanse herself of my dripping self, I blew cold air on my hand. To feel alive, no sanity. A notch on the bed. Post bill. Humpty went playing with Jack and Jill, but her indentation remained on the pillow still. And that is love past. Love present brings you up to modern day. When COVID-19 is struck us all today, yellow and black and tape is all intimate. I saw her. I saw her in Audis between the yellow and black tape in a queue outside. In a queue outside, I saw her flowery dress in a lonely aisle between the biscuits out of a £2.99. I have dreamed of this moment for such a long time. Life stood still. The violins played to the strings of my heart. Right. Boom, boom, boom. Where her blue eyes matched my bloodshot eyes. The tape, the yellow and black tape, is stopping us from getting intimate. I look into her basket, a box of dark chocolate. Tick. A cock over. A meal for 2. Tick. A bottle of Prosecco. Tick. And frozen apple crumble. A box of dark chocolate. I think she has the same dream too. About we may be less than 2 meters away. Black and yellow tape separate us from the end of my growing genitals. This must be fate. She paid by contactless. In a flash, I had a gut feeling. Without thinking, I found myself kneeling, intoxicated by the smell of sanitizer. Despite the presence of the impatient shop assistant, I felt alone with her. Now or never, now or never. I let it be the decider. I looked her straight into blue eyes. In sickness and health, will you take me for your bag for life? As things progress, I realised my apple crumble was only ever going to be frozen, but with luscious custard, I give her 7. To love future is. I found my future love, my true love. I found her on Zoom. She was Zoom 10. as I wait for her in the Zoom waiting room. I have an all nervous energy of a Welsh rabbit with fully charged to herself. It's Zoom, baby. Just one look. I look. Can I see her now? She makes my heart. She makes every part of me go boom. I have all the energy. Just one look and my heart went boom. Suddenly I got the link from Lady Noir. Or was it the wink? Who cares? Then I put in the passcode digits and I was in Zoom. Zoom. And I could see her on page 1 or 2 and she was looking at me too. Ooh, Zoom. Just one look and my heart went boom. And suddenly we were on the moon flying high, high in a neon sky. Oh, Zoom. Just one bang, just one touch. In the words of Generalissimo, one haiku and all the church bells rang. Heaven called and the angels sang. Sunrise shine in the midnight sky. Oh, Zoom! You chased my day away. High moon, high noon. The storm comes out to play. With high octane hugs and kisses, the whole wide world is Zoom. High as a rainbow. And went flying faster and faster. She makes my heart were higher than I. For once in my life, I was finally free and I had love right there. Zoom, I chased my day away. Then my whole room went boom. Moonbeams dancing in the afternoon. Shadows blowing as the roses give you a prick. The roses and roses and roses. I can smell her now. I can smell her roses. The roses bloom, looking down a wonderland across the seas in an unknown time zones. She's there, I can see her. Zoom. Smack, just one kiss. Mwah! Smack, just one kiss. Because Zoom, you are the sunshine of my life. Yeah, that's why I always, this is love Dr. signing off. Always want you around. Back to you, Lady Noir.
Oh, love doctor. Oh, I do love your energy. You always light up the room. Woo. Next on our journey, we have Margaret O'Regan from Cork, a retired law clerk. She is a poet, an activist, and a regular reader at open mic nights in Ireland, the US, and the UK. Her work covers a broad spectrum of life experience, from erotic poems and those that address social justice. I give you Margaret.
Thank you, Miss Noir. Absolutely marvelous stuff tonight. Tonight for us here in Ireland. Now, the first one I have is called Waves. Wish, whish, and whoosh. The pounding sound is huge. The deluge flows as release comes and goes. Feelings rush in to meet throbbings again, bringing blushes in spurts and in rushes. Magic it is, basking in such bliss. All sensations, all senses suspended. Slowing, flowing, from head to toe glowing. Writhing, grinding, contracting, expanding. This is the stuff that's not practiced enough. Decadent, wanton abandonment. Horizontal, full frontal, exploring more, expanding repertoire. With heart pacing and hormones racing, the reaction to slow build-up action. It ebbs and flows, the hurricane explodes, arching, charging, breathtakingly soaring. Euphoria, soul penetralia, satiated, well mated. Now, the next one I have is anticipation. These seem to be all one-word titles. Anticipation. As momentum gathers and enlargement happens, from clenching and tightening to pulsing and widening. Contraction-like feelings cause tinglings and reelings, undulations, rippling pulsations. Wave after wave wafting through veins, permeating, dreams mutating. Pheromone levels raised to the heavens, anticipation, suspended animation. Now, I do believe that for older age groups like me, it is very important to be active sexually. And if there are periods when you don't have a partner, be active with yourself anyway. Very, very important. It's good for your immune system at the moment as well. And I think there's not enough of a conversation around active sexuality for, say, the over 70s like myself. Now, this one is called passion. Stirrings begin in my mind. Passionate thoughts run wild. Sensual sensations of you. The feel of you. The scent of you. The taste of you. The heat of you. Feelings flood my senses. Every muscle tenses. Blushes bring hot-blooded flushes. Through every pore it rushes. Red-hot desire quickens. Exciting turn-on visions. Pleasure zones exude erotically charged fluids. And all this before you walk in the door. This one is called Surge. A wellspring of juices bubbling beneath the surface heat of moistness seeping, trickling, dripping, deliciously, slowly, movingly pouring through pores opening, oozing, flusing, rhythmically racing, through wetness prevailing, climactic ending, reaching crescendo. This one is called Lust. There's like a big controversy, of course. Is it lust or is it love? I have a very short thing about that as well. It's lust or love, love or lust, who the fuck cares while the feelings rage. And this is the other one, also called Lust. To be in lust sweeps away the dust of ages and ages of misconstrued sages. For lust to flourish, love must nourish the tentacles of lust absorbed in love. Embrace it when it's there, enjoyment everywhere. While it's taking shape, hurtle towards fate. Now I can do skin. Am I okay on time, Mel? Thanks. Skin. My fingers trace your shoulder blades, lingering in your groovy glades, then the outline of your spine as it meanders and inclines. My palms swirl over your mounds, cupping and kneading your rounds, stretching my fingers to inner thighs, lingering, nerve endings tingling. Behind your knees, I slowly feel, lightly touch and twirl, gradually quickening, round and round, exploring contours up and down, melting and melding sensations, heat-inducing elation, lead to skin meshing dilation, fitting your flesh into mine. I'll do a final one called Escapism, and I wrote this last summer when I was cocooning and sort of socially distancing myself from everyone in the front garden. And every morning I'd see the same man passing by, going to the shop, buying his paper and then passing back again. So he doesn't know that I wrote a poem about him. It's called Escapism. As I sit on the lawn, I see your sinuous form, sashaying, hips swaying while you stroll my way. I know you don't know me, but a tale I have woven has me plucking your form to inhabit my dream dorm, to capture your essence and have your indoor presence, to unveil and reveal your erotic appeal. Your rippling muscles cause my knees to buckle as my eyes explore, sexualizing for more. Your dexterous hands play havoc with my glands, releasing hormonal flushes, emitting rapid-fire gushes. I wonder if you sense as you pass by my fence what fantasies you've emboldened, what scenarios you've enfolded. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Margaret. Ah, wonderful. I think, yes, we should definitely have a global en masse masturbation session.
Yes.
That would be bliss. Everybody would be super chilled out and not care about lockdown.
Exactly.
Okay, wonderful. And continuing. Next up is Rhian Brooke. Rhian is an eclectic I'll put my teeth back in. An eclectic poet and spoken word artist from Suffolk in the UK. She is a lover of wordplay and storytelling through poetry. She will then be joined by Rohan Samuel. Rohan is a spoken word poet who has come on the scene recently, spreading positivity, fighting injustice, racism, and boosting self-esteem in the youth. Rohan wants his words and truth to fly to so many ears before speaking the truth becomes a flight risk. A wandering arsonist of thought who can't keep his mouth shut. I give you this. I give you Rhiannon first, and then Rohan.
My pussy is purring, stop fannying around. Take a trip inside my pleasure mound. Vagina and vulva heaving and sighing. My hooded lady wet from crying. Feel around my silken purse, my cum bucket will quench your thirst. My lady garden needs some tending, my labia love slip wants extending. Come take a dip in my puddle plunge, my soggy box, my gash, my clunge. My furry chasm needs some filling, this bearded clam trench takes some drilling. Chomp on my badly packed kebab, dominate my Putin blad, my tiny hole, my wizard sleeve, my axe wound tuppence pubic cleave. My moose's knuckle clown's pocket, punani honeypot cocksocket. Let me catch you in my penis flytrap, my horny halo, meaty thumb flap. I want you up Jizz Creek without a paddle, ride my growler without a saddle. Damn, I want you in my beaver, hold back the gush of my dick receiver. My minge cunt flange gunt nunny minky, the notorious BAG. My beef curtains need some drawing, my quimmer quiver, my cunny roaring. Press down hard and dance the tango, deflower my twat, my muff fandango. Or if you are not so crude, more coy, a gentleman or naive boy, grab a hold of my protruding hips and gently part my unburdened lips. Thank you. And now I would like to invite the delicious Rohan Samuel to the stage.
What's up? I guess I'm the delicious one.
Delicious, delectable.
So yeah, we got a poem that we collaborated on called Sapiosexual Love. And yeah, I'm gonna give it to you, I guess.
Yeah, okay, let's go. Let me tease you, let me please you with my clever tongue tricks. Word play with me until you get your fix.
Let me understand the way your brain waves. Most people want to see your subtle curves and redefine the hourglass. I want to see how you move when we ride the wave of knowledge. Because I know the ledge that I sit on is only there for me to fish for truths and catch the learning. Play the teacher role. Teach me how to tongue roll between your synonyms and antonyms. I want to know how every seed of your word tastes, budding, floral flavors. Your mind is nature.
Nothing greater than a creator. Intellect dripping from my lips, rolling off my skin like beads of anticipation sweat, panting breathless idioms, saturated in acronyms, making us W-E-T, wet. As I'm quoting, you're anecdoting on my every word, each fact caressing your senses, kisses graciously conferred.
It don't matter if I'm less. I just find it sexy how you can make the wind whisper your thoughts. There's aesthetics to the whistle, the harmonic melodies of your memories, the thoughtful thoughts on electric notes that floats my boat. So when I roll to you, I'm rolling truth.
Come roll your truth around my body's roof. Explore my cranium, feel your way around. Discover every crevice I want my brain to pound. Spread me open like a book, finger my pages leaf by leaf. Take me wholly, like without permission, like a neuron thief.
Oh, I'm the thief? Well, in that case, I'll take the mission per neuron. Nerve cells send to my senses sensory input, bringing serenity to my mind. Fill every single hole of your banks, and together we can build a currency that's currently only able to be spent by us.
Oh, take my acumen lined purse and let's disperse until the friction of my fiction causes sparks. Then let my dexterity fuel your fire, my quick wit fill you with desire, because baby, I'm an intellectual and I can tell by your remarks, you're a screaming sapiosexual and mind fucking fills your heart.
There we go, there we go.
Right, I'm going to leave you to it, Ro. Thanks ever so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Hey, so my name's Rohan. On Instagram, I go by poet_RS, and I've got a love poem. The first ever love poem that I've written, so yeah. It's called Two Flowers. It's very rare to find flowers in the Garden of Eden. Rose blossoms to show the aesthetic beauty beholds in her eye. And the scent of a jasmine isn't just for candles. It's the aroma she emits when she fills the room. A poet told me to walk like a god and my goddess will come. So these baby steps transformed into a godlike catwalk, and when we walk together, we can match the sounds of footsteps on heaven's cloud. Is this love? Bob Marley knows. She is the melanin of every sunflower. Sun-kissed by rays of shimmering sunshine, she shines her light on me. So my darkness is illuminated like stars in the night sky. Ironic how her freckles mimic the constellations. I want to dissolve into her to see how atoms can formulate the formula of beauty, then snap back into my consciousness while my subconscious explains to you my feelings. I know it must be love, because I've never been good at explaining my feelings. I won't apologize if it takes 3 to 5 working days to get the words out, because I'm going to work to get the words out that you mean everything to me. Our love keeps growing, just like that flower I planted. When I look into your eyes, I can see spring. I can see sprung. And it's funny how those words complement each other, because the only difference in their spelling is you and I. Okay, poet. That's just her response to my poetry. She sees more in me than any mirror could, and I reflect that same attitude back to her. Can I laugh with you? Can I cry with you? Can I strip down all senses of my boundaries and show you the naked truth of my vulnerabilities? How would you take me then? Would you bound yourself to me as we share pleasure and pain? And I hope to end a never-ending story, thus creating our own fantasies. I want to explore with you. Wait, let me rephrase that. I want to explore all of you. I want to stand in a naked room, our naked bodies making connections on tantric scales. Look, I realize I'm just a small pebble in the ocean. You chose not to skip this stone. So I'm going to make sure no stone is left unturned. I'll take down your wall brick by brick and turn them into every color of every healing stone. Let you see your vulnerabilities as your abilities. And when you lay your head on my chest, you'll be able to hear your name in my heartbeat. Lay your ear on my chest hair as we sit here and create our own time zone. And that's going to go against any other time zone. It doesn't matter that I speak to you 5 hours in the past. Your present defines my future. It's ironic you call me your muse when you're the source of every feeling in my soul. This time I can't even blame my butterflies, and trust me, I'm not even going to let them flutter by. I'm so comfortable with feeling of this love that I'll reverse Moses' parting of the seas and pull lands together so you can land close to me. Will you take the leap? Have faith that I'll catch you. Cocoon your body in a safety net of hugs. The health and safety regulations are rubber stamped in these fingertips. You don't have to see relationships as hazardous anymore. Remember, we got a safe word. Why you like this? Why do I like this? Why do I feel like you were the one that told Cupid to take a break? Because arrows only bring pain. Brought me and you in the view to interview if love is more than a word in a dictionary. We string words together as poets. However, I'm not a Pinocchio puppet. I'm a real boy. My feelings for you are real too. I will let these feelings I picked in the Garden of Eden blossom like a flower in a rose garden, because I know the nurturing of us is as natural as nature itself. Thank you very much.
Oh, stunning, stunning. Thank you so much. Oh, I feel loved. I feel utterly loved. I hope you do too. Oh, next we have Edith Blackbird. Edith Blackbird is a Latinx Mexican migrant bird writer who sings bilingual words from her soul. A soul made of technicolored smoke, so get ready for a vibrant journey of emotions as you immerse yourself in her chants. I give you Edith Blackbird.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Finn. Thank you. Thank you for all of you who will already share. Thank you, Christine. And thank you all the staff, including Miss Noir. Thank you so much, Mel. So with all that, I have 2 pieces for you tonight. And the first one is called My Lover's Breath. So I'm going to put some music. Let me know if you can hear me, please. Can you hear me? Okay. Let's go into this then. This time, I might love your lungs. Still on, chest up and down. Relax, closed eyes. I will see you in REM, in love, in peace, safe by my side until hours slide from the clock, that old noisy clock on your nightstand. Always vigilant, always plotting against my wishes, always jealous of my heartbeat, who knows why. Oh, those wishes, the wishes of you and me forever on this bed, under the sheets too, nuestra casita, locked in passion in our legs, no chain to pleasure, not a prison, but a home instead, with a little garden around, made of our childhood, where guilt isn't allowed at all. You know that. This time, I might bond to you deeper, beneath our human nature, below the secret wounds. We will bond beyond flesh, shackle-free, shame-free, social convention-free. You free, me free, us free, to explore the universe inside each of us. Instant playground from the imagination, elixir bottle in our brains. Yes, I will see your fingertips playing on my nose, and I'll chuckle with a head full of butterflies. Oh, I might kiss you this time and send some of them to your stomach. stomach, sucking your breath, flavor, doubt flavor. That way, you'll feel how my monarchs defeat your clock every time I see your lungs alive is still on. Chest up and down, relax, close eyes. Now, tasting the answers. Yes, I love you, mi amor. Morning bread at all. Yes, I want you, papacito, but not for my collection, no. Yes, I miss you, corazón, even asleep. No, you don't need my dreams to dream. No, 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 no. You don't need a half of me to be complete. No, I won't wake you up if you're not ready, you know. Under the sheets, Dom, nuestra casita. Lock in passion, in Alex no chin to pleasure. We will hatch our lips to speak in tongues. Thank you. That was my first piece. So let's go into the next one right away. I don't want to take a lot of time. This is called La Fiera in You. This is bilingual, Spanish and English. Thank you. Erotic content, by the way. Si quieres enamorar una fiera, deja que le aúlla la luna sin reparar en reclamos vecinos o propios. If you wanna make a queen fall in love, let her scarlet nails scratch your back in ecstasy, wrapped in her Amazonian legs. Si quieres enamorar una fiera, rompe su ropa interior después de que te diga sí, papi, sí. Con delicadeza y salvaje mirar, sírvele a la reina y sírvete a ti mismo con ella. If you wanna make a queen fall in love, bow to her shell, worship her pearl, papi. Queen will bathe you with her waters in gratitude. Si quieres enamorar una fiera, abraza su intermitente ser, miedos, caídas, todo. Su fortaleza es bella, I know, pero sus debilidades son divinas. If you wanna make a queen fall in love, build a sand castle for her little queen. She might invite you in and offer devotion. Una fiera alma se abre en todos sus puntos cardinales. A veces se hiere, a veces triunfa en la conquista, pero sin importar cuánto duela, sigue en la búsqueda de los suyos, su especie. A fierce soul, a queen, will challenge the status quo, your expectations, the pedestal you might have for her, and invite every single fragment of yourself to sit by her side as equals. To love a fierce queen is to love your own crown. Así que, if you wanna make a queen fall in love, si quieres realmente enamorar una fiera, then this is the thing. Start by recognizing your own throne y poco a poco a poco a poco a poco surgirá esa fiera en ti. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to share. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, Edith, thank you. Thank you so much for coming along. Oh, gorgeous. Mwah. Now, let's fuck. We both like to fuck, right? We'll go back to my place or your place. Either is fine. We've exchanged pleasantries for some time. And whilst this flirting has been fun, we're running out of ways of trying to be quiet. I'd like us to be rude. I want to feel your mouth hot and breathy on mine. I want that flash of thrill that shoots to my special place whenever you get close. I want you to rip my clothes off with perfect dexterity that doesn't tear my favorite pants. And these are my lucky pants, and I kind of need you not to destroy them, if that's cool with you. I want to feel your fingertips explore me. I want my fingertips to explore you, to taste your skin, feel your pulse beneath my tongue, your fingers in my hair, tangled limbs, and we're messy. Your hand traveling up my leg with electric flames that lick my sensitive nerve endings, driving me giddy with desire, all teeth, tongue, and teasing. I want to be caught up in our collective sweat, heated flesh flushed somewhere in between excitement and anticipation, adrift in heady passion. I want us to become unintelligent creatures lost in primal pleasure. You've been the object of my obsession for too long. I want to feel you naked beneath and above my nakedness, to give and receive in equal measures, explosions that would shake the heavens and wake God in his bed. Of course, I'm standing in the bathroom having this discussion with my reflection, because I know that as soon as I'm face to face with you, swept up in all my carnal longing, the most I'll muster from my lips will be something about nothing of any great consequence, because I'll tell myself that you couldn't possibly want those things too. I wish I was brave enough to be honest, but I'm not. And so the night ends. And later, when we're both at home, tucked up in bed, alone, we'll go back to our ambiguously coy flirting through text messages. And my hand will drift slowly and softly over all the places I've imagined you, as I'm left with my lovemaking for one. Well, I did tell you, give me 5 minutes and I'll make you feel loved. I hope I did. Okay, our final act is our special guest. And what can I say about this poet? This poet is utterly gorgeous on the outside, the inside, in her words, and in her performance. I pass the floor over. Special guest, reveal yourself.
Why, hello, darlings. However are you doing? Hey there, Mr. Bassman. Play me a song. Your fingers drumming me along. Hey there, Mr. Bassman. And don't need no lyrics. I see heaven when I hear your music. Hey there, Mr. Bassman. No need to take it slow. Just close your eyes and Let it flow. Hey there, Mr. Bassman. And as if on cue, my soul, you begin to woo. Hey there, Mr. Bassman. Your tempo fast and steady. While making my heartbeat uneven and thready. Hey there, Mr. Bassman. Play me a song, and I promise I'll dance for you all night long. Bye-bye.
Oh, Special K. Hello. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I believe for our final performance of the night, we welcome back. They opened the show. It's only right that they should close the show. And with our special guest, oh, can you please give your hand for Jamie and Special K?
Hey, it's Friday night and I'm completely free from the day-to-day worry my job seems to bring. I saw you across the room, took notice when you took to the floor, made my way to the spot where you occupied and claimed you as my partner in the dance. But I want more. Take me home with you tonight.
You've been complaining to your best friend that you can wait for the weekend. This is what you've been working for. To lose your share of the dance floor. Your boss is an angry too. He treats you like you're a fool, but he's out of your life till Monday, so we can stay in bed Sunday. Think of me and don't think of that junk. You're off the clock, so let me do the hard work. Just relax and lay back on the bed. Wrap your thighs tight around my red head. You know you're worth it. You know you've earned it. I mean, really, when you think about it, you deserve me. So why not indulge yourself? Go on. Take me home with you tonight. Take me home with you tonight. Take me home with you tonight. Go on and treat yourself, honey. Take me home with you tonight. Take me home with you tonight. Take me home with you tonight. Go on and treat yourself, honey.
Don't make me beg. Take me home, take me home, take me home with you tonight. Take me home. Take me home, take me home with you tonight. Oh, please, Jamie, take me home. I promise I'll lay down, trusting you to do everything right. Fiery red cascading over this cocoa sand. You're so damn good at making rainbows explode from within. Take control and let your tongue roam. There's no need for me to go home, 'cause I've no clock to punch till Monday morn. But first, please take me home with you tonight.
But Mars can get to his Venus, cause there's an ocean between us. We can only meet up on Zoom. So let's take this back to the chat room. But despite all my wild protestations about residing on separate nations, my provocative and bloody behavior is just a part of my natural nature. Cause I'm grossly overstating my powers. Cause I'm a case of all mouth and no trousers. I will leave you climbing up the walls. Cause frankly, honey, I am lacking the balls. Hobbit here, chat, flirt, you know, and mess about. But you do live very far away from me, and I'm going through some personal shit right now, and you know what? Scratch that. I'm being an idiot. Let's do it. Take me home with you tonight. Take me home with you tonight. Take me home with you tonight. Go on and treat yourself, honey. Take me home with you tonight. Take me home with you tonight. Take me home with you tonight. Go on and treat yourself, honey bee.
My eyes open, sweat tickles my skin. I'm in a tangled mess of sheets, alone, in my own room, but the moisture gathered down below lets me know that this was more than just a dream, and somehow I must get Jamie to take me home.
Take me home with you tonight. Take me home with you tonight. Take me home with you tonight. Go on to treat yourself, honey. Take me home with you tonight. Take me home with you tonight. Take me home with you tonight. Go on to treat yourself, honey. Take me home. Take me home. Take me home. Yeah. 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 Take me home. Take me home. Take me home. Take me home. Take me home.
Take me home.
Oh man. Incredible. Oh, thank you so much. And on that note, we end the night. What a wonderful way to close. Take us home. I hope you enjoyed. Please, maybe we'll do this next year. Same time, same place. Who knows? Maybe we'll see each other with legs. Have a wonderful night and much love to you all. Ta-ta.